Did you know that the source of the most powerful healing foods on our planet was not created by modern science, but instead comes from natural foods that healthy people have been consuming for thousands of years? Most of us are not even aware of this. While we carefully calculate everything we eat and follow modern diet trends, the Bible was already recommending foods that can fight diseases, reduce inflammation, and transform your health at a cellular level. These are not just religious symbols, these are essential foods that should be a part of every aspect of our lives for our health. And today I'm going to show you 10 of them, foods that will completely change the way you think about eating and healing. Stay until the end because I'll also talk about a special bonus food that's not even on the list. In biblical times, it was so rare and valuable that kings literally traded it like currency. And today, nutrition experts say it is one of the most nutrient-dense foods ever studied. If you want to rebuild your life with the power of modern science and ancient wisdom, and move toward a healthier, more peaceful, and higher quality life, then this channel is for you. The direction of life on this planet is in our hands. Let's improve it together. Subscribe and follow the channel because the content here will help guide your life in a powerful way. All right, let's begin. Here are 10 biblical superfoods that can heal you instantly, ranked from extraordinary to truly life-changing. Olive oil, the liquid gold of the ancient world. Let's go back to the beginning, not just because it's number one on this list, but because in the ancient world, olive oil was truly the beginning. It wasn't just food, it was medicine, fuel, and a sacred substance. That's why it was called liquid gold. The Bible mentions it more than 140 times. Kings were anointed with it. Wounds were treated with it. In Luke 10, the Good Samaritan poured oil and wine into a stranger's wounds. This wasn't random, this was treatment. So what does modern science say? Extra virgin olive oil is one of the most extensively researched foods in the world. The Mediterranean diet, built around olive oil, has been linked in hundreds of clinical studies to reduced risk of heart disease, cancer, inflammation, cognitive decline, and overall mortality. The key compound behind this is a polyphenol called oleocanthal, which works almost like ibuprofen in reducing inflammation. But ancient olive oil was not the refined, heat-processed product people buy today. Cold-pressed, unfiltered, freshly harvested olive oil is a living food, rich in antioxidants, vitamin E, and healthy monounsaturated fats that the body can immediately recognize and use. Traditional use, consuming 1 tablespoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil daily, using it generously in cooking, and applying it topically for skin conditions and wounds. People in biblical times didn't take supplements. They poured this over everything. Raw honey, heaven's antimicrobial. Milk and honey are under your tongue. Song of Solomon. Eat honey, for it is good. Proverbs. Jonathan dipped his staff into honey, and his eyes brightened. This is not a coincidence. The Bible consistently presents honey as a food that gives strength, clarity, and life. Raw honey is one of the most powerful natural antimicrobials ever studied. Clinical studies confirm that it can even kill antibiotic-resistant bacteria. This is because it produces hydrogen peroxide upon contact. It has a low pH that kills pathogens. It contains a protein called defensin-1 that actively destroys bacteria. Manuka honey is now used in hospitals worldwide for wound care. But the key word here is raw. The moment you heat honey above about 40 degrees Celsius, you begin to destroy the enzymes and beneficial compounds that make it medicinal. The honey our ancestors consumed was taken directly from the hive, unfiltered and unheated. Traditional use. Applying it to wounds to prevent infection and speed healing. Taking a spoonful at the first sign of a sore throat. Mixing it with warm water and lemon to support immunity. Unlike refined sugar, raw honey has a lower glycemic impact when consumed in moderation. This is the food that kept desert travelers, soldiers, and prophets going for centuries. It doesn't spoil. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old honey in Egyptian tombs that was still edible. Isn't that incredible? Figs, the healing fruit of prophets. There is a detail most people miss. When King Hezekiah was dying from a deadly infection, the prophet Isaiah didn't just pray. He instructed that a poultice of figs be applied to the wound. 2 Kings. And Hezekiah recovered. Modern science has now caught up with Isaiah's prescription. Figs contain an enzyme called phycin, which helps break down dead tissue and supports wound healing. They also contain compounds with antimicrobial properties. Fresh fig latex has been shown to inhibit bacterial growth and support skin healing. But figs are not just for wounds. They are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria. They are also loaded with magnesium, potassium, calcium, and B vitamins. In a world without multivitamins, figs were the supplement. Traditional use: eating ripe fresh figs, using dried figs year-round, applying mashed figs to inflamed areas. These foods exist to help us live healthier lives. Wouldn't you want that? Dates, the original energy bar. If you were a traveller, soldier, or trader in the ancient Middle East, dates kept you alive. They are calorie-dense, long-lasting, and rich in minerals. The date palm is one of the most frequently mentioned trees in both the Bible and the Quran. Dates contain glucose and fructose, providing fast energy. But unlike refined sugar, they come with fiber, magnesium, potassium, and vitamins. Studies show that dates can improve iron levels, support bone health, and even ease childbirth. Traditional use: eating 3 to 5 dates, using them as a natural sweetener, breaking fasts with dates. They are the perfect natural way to meet your daily sugar needs. Pomegranates, the king of antioxidants. Pomegranates symbolize abundance and life in sacred texts. Modern science is fascinated by them. They are packed with powerful antioxidants. Studies show that pomegranates lower blood pressure, improve vascular health, reduce inflammation. Even the peel has healing properties. Traditional use: eating the seeds, drinking the juice, making tea from the peel. Lentils, the food of prophets and people. Lentils were survival food in the ancient world. They are rich in protein, iron, and fiber. They stabilize blood sugar and provide long-lasting energy. The longest-living populations in the world regularly consume legumes. Traditional use: soaking, slow cooking, cooking with spices. Barley, the resilient grain. Barley may seem simple, but it is powerful. It contains beta-glucan, which lowers cholesterol and supports gut health. It also stabilizes blood sugar. Traditional use: making porridge, making bread, ancient wheat, not the wheat you know. The wheat mentioned in the Bible is not modern wheat. Ancient wheat is less processed, more nutritious, easier to digest. Modern wheat has been altered for higher yield. Grapes, the source of vitality. Grapes appear frequently in sacred texts. They contain resveratrol, which supports heart health and slows aging. Traditional use: fresh grapes, raisins, grape juice, wine, medicine when used in moderation. Wine is both praised and warned against in the Bible. When used in moderation, it has antimicrobial properties. It supports digestion, but overuse is harmful. And now, the special food I mentioned at the beginning, so rare in biblical times that kings traded it like currency. Nutrition experts today say it is one of the most nutrient-dense foods ever studied. Goat milk, a natural probiotic. The milk consumed in ancient times was goat milk. It is easier to digest and supports gut health. And finally, the most important food you should consume regularly every week. Fish, the source of omega-3. Fish appears frequently in the Bible. It contains omega-3 fatty acids. Benefits: heart health, brain function, reduced inflammation. Thank you for watching until the end. If you want to organize your life in the best possible way, this channel will help you do that. Don't forget to follow and like. How about sharing your favorite food in the comments? Together, we can positively impact more lives through engagement. Follow and take care of your nutrition. Stay healthy.